Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be reviewing the new Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. This is a TikTok, just social media in general, absolute viral hit. This is a very well-loved, raved, hyped foundation, and I am so excited to be trying it today. I absolutely love the existing Radiant Finish Foundation. I absolutely love the existing Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I found Nars has really incredible foundations from my experience, and so I definitely thought this was one I had to try. I did do a poll over on Instagram asking you guys which one you wanted to see between this one and the Charlotte Tilbury, and this one did win. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow me over on Instagram, it is linked down below. You guys can go ahead and find me over there. I am going to start doing more polls, little like stories, updating you guys and asking your guys' opinions on what to see over here on my channel. So if you want to be a part of that, then go ahead and follow me over there. So yeah, today we're going to be testing this out, seeing how it applies with the sponge, with the brush. We're going to see how it sets and how it looks on my textured acne-prone skin. Then we're going to do a wear test. I'm going to be doing 2 days of wear testing to really get a good idea of how it sits on my combination oily skin. It's going to go through the ringer with my skin. I do develop a shine, and especially with more hydrating foundations, they have to be good to last and to, you know, not break down. So hopefully this will be one of those. And if you're interested in finding out, then keep on watching. So I did get it in the shade Mont Blanc, which is light 2, because it is the shade that I have for the Soft Matte Foundation. So this is the actual packaging. It's a glass bottle with like a matte black cap, more square. I really like the look of this one. It looks very sleek and simple, just like their other ones. It's actually very similar to the Radiant Finish Foundation bottle, but just shorter and wider. And then the Soft Matte is completely different, but this foundation, let's learn a little bit more about it before we get into it. As I said, it's called the Light Reflecting Foundation. It's an advanced makeup skincare hybrid foundation with a natural finish that quickly blurs and smooths while visibly improving skin's clarity over time. It has medium coverage. It also contains biomimetic oat, which visibly improves the clarity by reducing the appearance of redness. Japanese lily turf, which supports a strong skin barrier by helping maintain moisture, and cacao peptides and milk thistle that minimize the negative effect of blue light and environmental stressors. So I really like that, and I'm finding more and more products are coming out with blue light protection, which is anything that is emitted from your screen. So it's emitted by the sun as well, but because in this day and age technology is like, we're around screens all day long, most of us, you know, computers, TVs, phones, tablets, everything is technology, and that all emits blue light, and it can be damaging to the skin, also to the eyes, but in this case, this is going to help protect your skin from damage from blue light and environmental stressors. It's supposed to be a breathable, as I said, medium coverage, buildable foundation that quickly conceals visible redness, blemishes, dark spots, while blurring the look of wrinkles, pores, and texture. It is powered by 70% skincare ingredients to visibly improve clarity, plus a light reflecting complex for enhanced luminosity. The up to all day wear formula is suitable for most skin types, including sensitive skin. So it has a lot of claims, all sound really incredible. I've seen people apply this. It looks fantastic, and I'm really excited to see how it does for me. So because I am oily, I typically do apply primer, even when I'm testing, especially more hydrating foundations. I'm gonna go ahead with my One Size Secure the Blur. So this is the actual applicator, the squirt bottle. It comes out with not a lot, so I've done 3 like little pumps. That is the actual formula. It's a nice like liquidy consistency, which I typically like because it's a little bit more lightweight, but we shall see. I'm gonna go to this side with sponge and this side with brush, and we'll see if they both work. So the shade is actually matching nicely. to my face. It's like almost a perfect match to my face. But as you can see, it's maybe just like half a shade darker than my actual skin. It's honestly no big deal. A lot of my foundations are, I'll just bring it a tiny bit down my neck and it'll match like my collarbone area. So it's actually a good match for me personally. But I will say I do find it's a little bit darker than the Mont Blanc in Soft Matte foundation. So if you're Mont Blanc in Soft Matte and it matches you perfectly, maybe go a shade lighter, or maybe go into Sephora and you can be shade matched. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more down here where I have a lot of scarring. I would say it covered really well. It is medium coverage, so you kind of go in not expecting it to cover every little thing. I'd say it blurred the blemishes really well, even if it didn't cover them. So I'm happy with that. When I'm looking at it up close though, I do really like the way, like you can see, it is kind of making my skin look a little bit more glowy without looking oily. It just makes it look a little bit more healthy. I can actually see it. I don't know, can you guys see it? And I really like the way it's sitting on the skin. It doesn't look like foundation at all. It honestly looks like I have zero foundation on. That is how lightweight it looks. So cool. Okay, now let's go ahead, and I did use all of that for the one side. So I feel like they're not like full pumps, you know what I mean? I guess though, if you're going for a lighter coverage than I am, then you might be, you know, not having to use as much. I'm using my Artiste brush. Ooh, definitely get more coverage with the brush. For sure, which is very common. Like you can see it covered the majority of the redness from that blemish, which I love. And I think it goes a little further with the brush. So I personally think I prefer this foundation with a brush. And then what I actually usually do for foundations I like with a brush, I'll go over with the sponge after to get that airbrush finish and smoothness, but first I just go in with the brush to get that coverage. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a second layer with my sponge just to add a little bit of extra coverage and smooth the brush side out. And we'll also see if it's buildable now that we're putting a second layer on. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys up close again with 2 layers, and you guys are going to see how incredibly still lightweight it looks. It still honestly doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation. It really doesn't. Now, obviously when I apply concealer and powder, it'll look more like makeup, which is normal. But if you are one that just puts foundation on and doesn't set it, you will love this. This looks so incredibly lightweight and natural. I'm obsessed. And as you can see, it really blurred and concealed a whole lot of the blemishes that I had. You know, there's a tiny bit of redness and scarring poking through, but really for a medium coverage foundation, I think it's pretty buildable and it's a good medium coverage, and with all of the benefits and, you know, pros that I've already listed, being lightweight, very natural looking, you can see that like radiance. I'm really enjoying this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup and I will be right back with the final look. Okay, so this is the finished look. Looks so nice, still very natural, even with concealer and powder. You know, my pores are pretty blurred and minimized. Ultimately, I'm really impressed. Still looking very natural and lightweight. Feels very natural and lightweight, not heavy at all. And so A+ so far, but let's go ahead and see how it lasts. So yeah, I will be back for the first day check-in. Hey guys, so it's been 8 hours and I'm just doing my end of day 1. As you can see, the foundation has a little bit of a shine to it, but really nothing too drastic for 8 hours and no breaking down. I'm starting to notice a tiny bit of separation around the nose, but that is it. That is all. The rest of the makeup has stayed intact completely. So it's actually looking quite good for the amount of time on my skin. I'm going to do a little bit longer tomorrow. I might mix up the products just to test it with other products and see how it goes. But so far I'm impressed with how it wore, and we'll put it to the full test tomorrow and I'll be back with my final review. Hey guys, so it's end of day 2. I apologize, I forgot to check in earlier. It's been a busy day. I took my son to church and then spent the day with my parents, and I honestly totally forgot to check in. But this is day 2 with the Nars foundation on, and as you can see, it's held up really well. I actually think it's held up better than yesterday. I did use the L'Oreal Matte Lock primer, so I do feel like that's a little bit more mattifying than the one size. The only thing is, like, around my nose, it's broken down a little bit, but I did wear a mask, so, you know, the moisture kind of breaks it down. I also wore the Too Faced concealer, which, now thinking about it, usually does break down a little bit easier than the Tarte. So I would say overall, it is, especially for a radiant, you know, more hydrating foundation on my combo oily textured skin, it is looking so smooth. It's held up really well. It is so flattering on the skin. It's easy to work with. It blends in like a dream. It's super natural, barely detectable. So A+, I think that it's totally worth the hype, totally worth all of the love it's been getting, and I definitely recommend it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.